Hey, good evening, everybody. Let's see here. I was just checking out my inventory. I left off in this house, or the cabin. This is the cabin that's up above my prison. Got a hammer. I came off that multiplayer server because the multiplayer server was kind of hanky, is the word I'm going to use. I'm going to grab up a few items here, mostly ammo, because I had the best idea. So if you watch the multiplayer at all, should I take the rifle? Decisions. No. I made the decision. Oh, I better take some food. I I will tell you eventually what my decision was. I am gonna go find a Lelands store. Oh my goodness. I mentioned this before, and there was a video I watched where some folks. Really? I got no room for that? Okay, pilot shit. Oh goodness. Oh, them chicken can. Okay. A couple of gentlemen found a Leland store, and oh my goodness, I did not realize that it had a roof. I did not realize that it had like go through the air vents, just a second floor. I mean, I had no idea that the Lelands was so cool. Now back that way is the prison. You know, they keep showing and teasing me with all these screenshots of their new updated graphics and the trees and everything. But every once in a while, you get a picture, screenshot, just the game has its moments of pretty. Moments. I say, because it's still, after seeing the screenshots of things to come, the game is horrid. Oh my goodness. But every once in a while, you get a camera just right. You get some trees that are just in the right spot, and it does look real pretty. It reminds you of the potential for graphics. Okay, but graphics aside, let's talk about this Lelands. When I was on the multiplayer server, I went running and running and running, and I could not find a Lelands, which is driving me crazy because I'm always finding the Swerts, whatever they're called, little convenience store. I mean, I'm finding stuff all the flipping time, and I cannot find a Lelands now. It does this to me all the time. When I want a farm, I can't find a farm. When I want a prison, I can't find a prison. When I want a cabin in the woods, I can't find a cabin. When I don't care, that's when when I don't care, it's when I find it. So I'm gonna run this way, and I don't care what I find. Hey, there's a buck. There he goes. How pretty. Oh, so yeah, some of the screenshots they have up on the Dead Linger blog that they're showing through their Twitter's postings looks just great. And what's so cool is, I mean, I'm really torn, because I don't know if I want to keep playing the build in its current state, because I'm like, the new build just looks so amazing. The trees look really good, and they're up on like a one of these mountains, these hilltops, and they're looking out, and it just looks awesome. It reminds me of one of the screenshots they showed for the Sony H1Z1 game, which looks like that's going to be pretty dang amazing as well. And I was like, well, shoot, you know, look what the Dead Linger's doing on the Unity engine. Now, I'm going to say that the PlanetSide 2 engine that they're using with the Sony game, I don't know much about it, but obviously it's being modified for an apocalyptic world. But their game looks pretty darn amazing. And seeing the build 14 made me think, wow, you know, Dead Linger can look pretty amazing too. So playing this, I was kind of like, I don't know, man. I just feel like not playing until the new build comes out. So I'm going to run this way for a while, and we're going to see what we find. Occasional zombie. Although, the thing I like about this game, though, like, okay, let's set graphics aside. Let's just talk some gameplay here. World refresh. I love the fact that the game world is just so open. Oh, a little bit of lag here after the refresh. But it's like, I feel like I could just go walking through the world. Like I'm not in a hurry. I mean, the last few games and stuff, of course I sprint because, you know, you want to get somewhere, you want to see some action. You don't want to just listen to me talk or just see the running simulator. You want me to get in there and do something. But I tell you what, there's times where it's like I don't feel like doing that at all. It's like I'm walking through the world, maybe hit my third person view up, hold my alt key to look around a little bit. But it's like I'm a survivor. You know, I'm going from place to place. I'm finding food. I'm picking up some ammo, shooting the occasional zombie that gets in my way. Look, that zombie triggered onto that buck. That's cool. Well, I don't know if he triggered onto the buck, but, you know, the zombie AI seems to be getting improvements and changes every now and then. They're getting their third-person model done. I know third-person, well, that doesn't appeal to a lot of folks because, you know, for PvP and stuff like that, you can look around corners and things. But if everybody has it, then everybody's equal. So, you know, whatever. I don't know. Just something about this game just makes me want to just get out and explore and see the world. And the thing is, no two worlds are alike. You know, you pop in, it generates a seed, and that's different from what anybody else pops in and plays. Unless you generate that seed, and I don't even know how seeds work exactly, but this to me is a survival game. Now, I've been debating to myself what exactly survival means, you know, because I'm seeing there's a lot of debate as to what survival means. Well, I won't even say debate, but the question comes up. And guess what? No Lelands this way. Let's go this way now. So what comes to mind sometimes when people think survival, oh, there's some farms out that way. When I read forums and people want to talk about what survival is, I hear or see different interpretations of that. One survival means you've got a gun, lots of bullets, or few, and lots of zombies. And the idea of survival is how long can you go collecting up rounds and shooting zombies. You know, that kind of an action survival game. Not about base building, finding food and stuff like that. It's like a, you know, like just a timed thing. How far can I go? Okay, then there's another survival where the idea is the PvP element. I'm trying to survive against the other players. You know, the environment is almost secondary. And that makes me think of something like DayZ kind of a thing where there's zombies, you got to get food and stuff like that. But one of the hardcore elements that people look for is that PvP experience. Valid. Completely valid. Because I have a lot of good arguments. You know, it's the players that make the game random. Because you don't know what other players will do. So you're surviving that kind of environment. Oh, look. World glitch. Alright, so I get that. I won't argue with that. It makes sense. And then there's folks who say survival is like living off the land, scavenging, collecting your food, you know, hiding from the zombies, building your fortification, and just living. Okay? So I'm hearing lots of definitions of survival. I'm kind of in between the PvP style and the PvE, where it's just, you know, the crafting and building and barricading, chopping down trees and stuff like that. Kind of more of a simulator, survival simulator type of thing. I can understand some PvP because you're right. Maybe not so much the PvP, but just, you know, some survivors. You know, you're not the last person alive. I like the idea of like a co-op, and I don't mind the PvP element as long as there's like some factions you can subscribe to. And now those factions kind of promote that sense of co-op because it's you and like-minded survivors who are working together to achieve, whether it's like a defensive goal, you know, to build some kind of community. And if you have to defend your community against some bandits, I'm okay with that. And it kind of reminded me, I watched some video today of the Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare, and there's a part where the hero comes up onto a fort, and in the fort you know, he can get supplies and rest and stuff. And I thought, oh my goodness, see, that to me would be a great way to have, like, you know, player factions represented as you get your fort out in the middle of nowhere, and then you can defend it or whatever it is you want to do with it. Use that to launch raids. Maybe that's your raid base. But if you get enough folks together, and you might not even call it a faction, because I don't think you're going to have factions, but you know, if players get together offline and form guilds in the game, then what you and your guild can do is focus on the base construction. I think I got turned a little bit here, but your guild can focus on base construction. And I have seen really large guilds that have several hundred members. That in a way is a faction. And if you can get a guild that's got a couple hundred members on it, on one of these say mega PvP type of servers, you can band together and you can be protection for yourselves. You know, go out in groups where there's folks who protect the gatherers and the harvesters. You have some folks that put together the base, and then, you know, guards for the base. That way when raiders come, because I tell you what, raiders will go out and there'll be a few. They kind of roam in small groups. From my experience, I've not seen, you know, just huge groups of 20 or 30, you know, bandits who roam through a countryside attacking folks. But you can see large communities that are defending themselves. Let's see, we got ourselves a farm. So what I would like to see is, my idea of survival then would be, you get together with a bunch of like-minded folks. You set aside, you know, who wants to do what. You know, everybody kind of has self-assigned goals. I want to come up and see what kind of gear they got. And you make like a society. I use the term faction, but it's almost like a like-minded society of folks working together. Guards, crafters, you know, that's kind of what I envision. I have to replenish all that 22 ammo. I used it up on my episode 50. Alright, let's go check out. Yeah, my goodness. I've hit another world where it's all farmhouses. Which isn't bad. Except I'm trying to find a Lelands. Oh, man. Here comes another funky house. What do we got in the food? Ooh, nice. I don't really want to drop anything except maybe eat the corn. Yeah, I just don't want to pick up a new rifle and carry a bunch of ammo around. I'm only... Oh, my hammer. I left the hammer. Crud. Of course. I just realized looking at it, I don't have the hammer. I'm bringing some 2x4s with me, so in case I find a spot, I might be able to hammer up some beginnings of you know, a barricade, but nope, I forgot my hammer. So hoping the Lelands has a hammer. This is one jacked up house. Okay, let's go check this one. Let's check one more here. I wonder. Huh. Oh, there's no aim in there in third person. Oh, snap. Thought that would have been cool. Start capping them from third person. Alright, let's hit this other house over here. Now I gotta find a hammer. The Lelands, I'm pretty sure, will have lots of hammers. But until I get to a Lelands, I'm gonna check this farmhouse here, see if I got me a hammer. See, so in the meantime, until we have that large game with the hundreds of players that are simultaneously playing, I then have the Dead Linger. Now, I'm back on my single player server, and I thought I had a Lelands at the beginning of my single player server, but I went totally opposite of where I started there. But now I'm back out in Nomad Scavenger, and see, to me this is a style of survival too. It's just you, the open world, you're looking for supplies. I got some food in my backpack. I got some ammo in my backpack. Yes, I can run past the zombies. Like, the zombies here are no issue. And I know some people say, you know, well, the zombies have to be a threat. I agree. And right now the zombies, one at a time, are kind of not bad. And I found that the 22 pistol versus 100 zombies, no problem. So yeah, the survival against the zombie element in the Dead Linger, I think, can be upped. What I would like to see for their zombies is when they come near you, I like the idea, not so much of the sprinting zombie that comes running at you from, you know, a mile away, but what they do is they get more aggressive when they actually see you, and as they start to come within range, they start to run a little bit. You know, they pick up the pace because they're they've got you in their sights, kind of a thing. And I've seen that for a few games now where the zombies are just kind of, you know, these lumbering whatevers, and then when they see you and get close, then they're like, oh, fresh meat, and they, you know, double the pace a little bit. So they're not sprinting, they're not running at full speed, but you can definitely see that they're a lot more aggressive, and they come at you. Oh, there's the exploding hay. So yeah, they could probably beef up the zombies a little bit. I still don't mind the one shot, one kill to the head, because they're zombies. Shoot them in the head, they're dead. But I think you could probably make them pick up the pace a little bit when they get close to you. Trust me, that is scary. Hatchet. Food I gotta leave behind. Alright, let's go check out this barn. That's probably some corn. There is hope. There is hope. Alright, let's go check out this little farmhouse here, or the barn. When you start to see little towns and communities, that sometimes means there's some other stuff out there. Awesome. Let's combat the frame rate problem here. Ooh, it's even got some stuff I could do for barricading. Come on, come on, come on. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I got the ammo. Are you hiding the gun? No, that's not nice. That's kind of rude. Alright. Let's get up to these houses here. I'm feeling good. Groups of houses generally mean stuff. So I'm excited by reading some of the tweets that I've seen on the Dead Linger main page. See, right now they're doing, as of, what's the day? April 16th, 2014. They're doing setting up for the Salt Lake City Comic Con. Oh, there's lots of zombies. That means there might be a lot of stuff out past those houses. Oh, I'm so excited. And they got a lot of pictures and posting and stuff like that. And what was cool was the demo machines that they have at Salt Lake are running the Build 14. And I had a feeling that was going to happen. You know, that they were going to try and get a lot of, I mean, I can't say it's a fully working Build 14, but it's like a work in progress Build 14. So it's got elements and the graphics, maybe not all the graphics, but some of the graphics and different tweaks from Build 14. And I knew that was going to happen. I knew we wouldn't see Build 14, but I have hope then that as soon as the Salt Lake Comic Con's over, they're going to start releasing some updates or parts of Build 14 relatively soon. I have no timeline on that, so don't quote me on what soon means. Oh, I see a bunch of buildings in the background too. But why I'm excited for that is because if you're going to demo a product at a con, and yes, you can say it's a work in progress, and yes, you can say it's an alpha, but that's only going to excuse so much, because when those people go home and they get ready to plunk down $20 on the Dead Linger, they want to see what they saw at the con. They don't want to pop in and see this. Not that this is terrible, but it's not going to be the same experience they had at the con. Oh man, and I thought all those big boulders were going to be more houses. Alright, what do we got here? Zombies. Well, there are houses out that way. This might not be so bad after all. Alright. We made it. Alright, so I tell you what, let's I'm gonna cut it here. I gotta make it safe a little bit here, so you're gonna get a little rampage here at the end. Oh man. I was gonna just take a moment to pause it out. Oh my goodness. Am I out? No, no, no. I hit reload. I hit reload. I swear I did. Oh, I must have sprinted. Crud. I need a moment to keep my hand free so I can. Oh my goodness. Stop it. Alright. Now see, they might not have super fast zombies, but they've got so many. Okay. I think I'm at a safe spot. World refresh. The zombies won't disappear. Alright, we're going to cut it here. Cut it short. And then we're going to come back and then check to see if we get past this group of housing. If we do in fact have beyond here a Lelands or some other civilization. Alright, see you next time.